excited to start getting going here. I kept saying last year we're really young, and we did make it to regionals last year, but we're young again. We've got three freshmen that have come in, and they're actually qualifying in our top 5 right now. Timmy Cavarno is one of our freshmen, and he's actually leading qualifying. So the future looks really bright, and we're real excited to get going.
And then you mentioned it, this is for both Yael and you. You mentioned making regionals last year. Does that still give you momentum coming into this year, having pretty much that whole team coming back and kind of leave that taste in your mouth that we want to get back there and go even further?
Oh yeah, it is our goal. We had 2 redshirt freshmen, 2 true freshmen, and a junior last year that made it to regionals. So our expectation is we get to nationals this year, and we do a little bit better in the RMACs too.
Yeah, for you, does that help give you momentum heading into this year?
I think definitely, yeah, a little bit. But I think what gives me more momentum, it would be like the tournaments that I play in the summer. I think just competing now in the summer in the States and back in Mexico, I think it's really good just to try and improve and try like competing like elite level. And as coach said, like we're still like really young, but I see that we have like a really bright future now, and I think we're just ready to go out there and prove ourselves that we can do this. Yeah.
Questions?
So you're redshirt freshman or redshirt freshman now?
They're
Right?
red shirt sophomores.
Another sophomore?
Yeah.
Okay.
They're
counted last year.
Yes.
I can't remember who counted and who didn't count last year. So, but yeah, being young and having so many guys kind of pushing to get into that starting lineup has got to make you even sharper every day on the course, working with your game.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of tell me kind of what goes through a typical day of, okay, I've got to get ready to compete.
Well, usually what I do, I'm like, I usually spend like 30 minutes on the range just making sure my swing's still where I want it to be, and then I go to the putting green for like an hour and split the time between chipping and putting there, and then after that I usually play like 9 holes, and then after my 9 holes I see like what part of my game I like wasn't happy with, and then I work on that a little bit afterwards. So
You guys kind of breaking things down, and this is the kind of time of year to kind of do that, and then get ready to roll into the season.
Well, everybody should be pretty. Their game should be in pretty good shape this time of year because hopefully they've played a lot during the summer, a lot of tournament golf, and they should be prepared coming in. And 13, I've got 14 this year on our roster. 13 of them played in the Rocky Mountain Open a couple weeks ago or last week, and so we showed pretty well. And it's just a matter of putting 3 rounds together with at least 4 scores each. So
it's true.
What do those summer tournaments when you're playing pros and high amateurs? What does that kind of help you for college golf?
It's a good question. I think it definitely helps me more mentally than anything else. Just to basically, for example, I play a professional tournament back in Mexico, and there's that moments like where you can see like how's your game, not only mentally, just like your game in general besides a professional. And I think just boost your confidence a little bit going out here, that you can trust yourself, because you're playing like 14 guys in our teams. They're really, really good. So you need to trust in yourself and just believe in the things that you have been doing. So I think basically just believing on myself and trusting what I have been doing. It's probably the biggest factor playing tournament this summer.
Learning tournament golf is a process, and if you're not getting experience during the summer, you get into your first or another college tournament and you're not prepared. I want my guys thinking, and we went over that. We had a meeting a couple weeks ago, just to introduce the freshmen and talk about team goals. But I want each of these guys to think about, I can win this tournament as an individual, and if I win this tournament as an individual, our team's got a pretty good shot. So it needs to be, it's a progression, and they need to play during the summers in order to be very comfortable when they are playing college golf.
Having a young team like this, how does it change the atmosphere of the team? How is that advantage to you guys too?
Well, it's we've brought in some athletes. Timmy actually from California. He played center on his high school basketball team last year, and we've got some athletes coming in, and they like to get after it in the weight room. Our culture is we get after it in the weight room, and just seeing some of the older guys how they prepare and how they work. We're driving the culture. One of our our top player last year, lowest score average, he said, "Boy, we're really driving the culture, coach." And so it's great for these young guys coming in to see what that culture looks like.
Question of the week.
Question of the week. Okay, so who is your favorite professional player, and then who would you say your playing style resembles?
Jeez. So I don't have like a favorite player, but I do like a lot of players. But I would say I'm just gonna go with Tiger. So Tiger Woods might be one of my top favorite players. And my game resembles. I don't even know that question. I don't know. I mean. Who do you think, Coach?
I don't know, maybe Adam Scott? You have a good swing. You're tall.
Okay, Adam Scott, because maybe I'm using a broom. That's why.
That too.
He uses a broom putter.
That's pretty good off the top of my head. I was trying to think about who my game resembles.
Yeah, there you go. Maybe Adam Scott. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, my favorite player is Jordan Spieth, and he's my favorite player because I used to think that I played a lot like him, but because his strength is putting and my strength is putting, and my driver can get a bit loose sometimes, and that's very similar to what he does. But yeah, I'd have to say Jordan Spieth for both because I can't really think of anyone else.
There you go.
Yeah.
How about you, Coach?
Coach?
So I'm old school, Jack Nicklaus.
Nice.
And I don't know, some little guy that can hit it out there. I don't know who that is, but maybe Brian Harmon, who's actually a lefty, but a smaller guy, but can still hit it out there with the big boys.
There you go.